Welcome everyone for this session. Uh, First of all, welcome both who have just arrived from summit last week, and our colleagues who failed to join us. We thought of having this meeting so that we can chat and share the experience that we have faced, to share what we had uh, at the summit. At the same time, to hear from our colleagues who haven't come with us to the summit, what do they think, or what information they are looking for from us who managed to come to the summit. So, Eric, could you share the screen? Let me see.
Yeah, no problem, Mark. Come on, Zach.
Okay, thank you. Hey. Okay. Uh, Thank you. Uh, yeah. So, Self Advocacy Summit will be talking about the summit that we have just had last month. Next slide. So just to have a reminder, so this room have interpretation. We have French, Portuguese, and Spanish. So those who are using laptop, when there is interpretation at the meeting, look at the bottom back bar. There is a lot of button options, but one button with the globe with the word interpretation. Click on this and uh, click on this and you will see options of languages. Click on the language you would like to hear. For example, click English. Next. So when we are using, if we are using mobile phone, when there is interpretation at the meeting, click three dots which say more underneath. Then click on option that say language interpretation. Then you see options of languages. Click on the language you would like to hear. For example, click English. You can also click button to mute original audio. This means you hear the reminder to click done to save your changes. Yeah, next. So, just a reminder of what is the Self Advocate Summit. A Self Advocate Summit is a group meeting of self advocates who came together to talk about topics that matters to us. Uh, Self Advocate uh, Self Advocate Summit is done by us. Starting from the planning, there was a committee of self-advocates, including Anna and me, and the Inclusion International representatives from each region that planned the summit. Our summit this year was on 14th September in Sharjah, United States of Arab. It was a one-day summit, and it was a nice meeting in person. So who joined us? We were around 260 people who took part from 45 countries. 40 more people, 40 more people than we expected turn up, which made things a bit difficult to manage, but we got it through. You can see map, not map, but flags of different countries that managed to come to the summit. Next. So what did we do at the summit? So we started with registration, and then we started our summit with our host, Jaika and Domi. Louis was our first keynote speaker who welcomed everyone. We had a panel discussion on the big topics that we chose in advance, and this was job and work, closing institutions, political participation, good support, and education. We had time to connect at lunch hour. It was great to connect and look at the posters people brought from their organizations. Next. What we did, what did we do at the summit? So we collect the key messages from the topic that we talk about in the morning. We had another topic about advocates, and we had 5 speakers who shared different strategies on fighting for our rights. I talked about self-advocate leadership at the end, we had a group photo. Next. So, on our key messages from the summit. At the end of the summit, we collected key messages on the big issues that will help us with our advocates' work. Now, let's look at the key messages. The one in orange are the ones that were voted most important. So on job and work, key messages, we are saying we want little jobs, we want fair pay for our work. So as we said, the most voted one was we need support and accommodations to do our job well. Caroline from Uganda talks about employment and says that many people with intellectual disabilities don't do not get jobs or get little or no pay. Next. Then we talked about closing institutions and key messages. So we're saying all people have the right to live in the community. Institutions isolate and limit people lives, and the most voted one was the inclusive communities possible and beneficial for everyone. Government needs to speed up the process of closing institutions. Diana from Moldova lived in institutions for 20 years where she was treated badly, feared, feared to talk and he couldn't live. Now she lives in the community where she controls her life. Her friends work at the kindergarten and get paid. She says, I want to change the lives of the other 2,000 people still live in institution in Moldova. Then we had political participation, and the key messages were we have the right to vote. The most voted was uh, we need information that is easy to understand and support to take part. Uh, Representation is important. We should be part of the decisions that affect us. Chantel from Benin told us she has been voting since 1996 and is a member of political party. She said there are many barriers like information, not easy language. People think we don't understand and not been invited to speak, but she says, my voice counts, my choice is important, I am part of the society. Then last one we had good support. So good support, we are saying good support helps us to speak for ourselves. Good support for does not speak for us. We need people who listen and respect our voices, our choices. For good support, we need time and patience. Sama from Egypt talked about the good support she shared and how her supporter explained things clear and gave her time to think and encourage her. Says, take your time, we are listening. And then we had education, and on the education, we are saying all boys and girls should be together in the same classroom throughout the school. And train teachers to know how to include everyone. Inclusive education should not stop after high school. Educate parents about how to help their child succeed. Tia from USA was in the segregated classroom as a child and faced barriers getting into college. Eventually, her university created an online classroom for her. She got support so she could participate alongside other students in a regular course at university and graduated alongside everyone else. So now, how we fight for our lives and our strategies. So we are saying raising awareness and telling our stories. Chu Chen from Taiwan overcome bullying by sharing his experience. He shared that person's story changed people's minds. Using media, we had lots from Zambia uses radio and TV to reach countries, to reach communities. She says that media helps us to connect and educate. Then we had working with organizations. Laura from Colombia works with many different organizations as a self-advocate. She said we should partner with family organizations and others. But we must keep our own voice strong. Then we had advocating for policy changes. Mia from Lebanon worked on social protection laws. She said we must be part of decision making at all levels. Now, on the leadership, key messages. We are saying self-advocates can and must be leaders, especially in the organization that represent us. We need training, support, and opportunities to take on leadership roles on local organization. Play an important role in helping us developing skills. Leadership means helping others become leaders too. Now, the call to action, we are saying challenge yourself and take on leadership role in your communities. Use these key messages and then remember the world needs more self-advocates leaders. That is our photo group that we took during the summit. You can see happy faces, and it was really, really nice to meet in person. Now, we will have two discussions. Firstly, we want to now hear from those who managed to attend the summit. The first question is, what did you learn from the summit? What did you learn from the summit? Yes, Anna?
Yo en la cumbre aprendí
Well, I
que,
learned that,
yo iba con miedo por
for
las barreras que
example,
me
at the
podía
beginning,
encontrar
I had
y
fear of
fue
the different
todo
obstacles that I could find, and in the
como que
end,
no, el idioma para mí
the
tampoco
language
fue una
wasn't
gran barrera cuando
such a
yo revisaba
barrier.
que
In
podía
the
ser
end, I thought it was going
y
to be a
he
barrier, but it wasn't.
aprendido
And
también
I
cómo están en
learned
los diferentes
also,
países y por ejemplo
for
nosotros
example, that
en España ya podemos
here in
votar desde
Spain,
hace tiempo
we can vote.
y me
So
llevé sorpresas también
I was
porque
surprised because
más que nada como conocer cómo estaban los
I
otros
I
países
learned about the situation in other countries,
y que todos somos como una
and
piña,
I realized
es
that
decir,
we
todos
are
vamos
all
unidos
and we
a
were all
la hora de hacer
together. We were all
el
united.
trabajo,
We worked
a la hora
together,
fuera de la cumbre
both
también,
inside and outside the
un
summit.
poco así, no sé cómo
So
explicarlo,
yeah, that basically it's.
explosivo.
I liked it.
Oh, you're muted, Mark.
Edu, tenías la mano levantada.
Edu, you had raised your hand before.
Vale, pues
Okay.
yo aprendí, aparte de otro mundo, otra realidad
I learned,
a
well,
nivel
I saw that
intelectual,
it was a different city, a
otras
different
costumbres,
reality, different
unas buenas,
habits.
otras no,
Some I liked,
no
some
tanto,
not so much.
pero
But
en lo que es el encuentro
in
fue
what was the
una
summit,
inyección
it
de
was like
realidad, mucha gente de muchos
it
sitios
was many
y yo era
people
la
from
vez
many
que
different
vi tuve
places
la
in the
suerte de
world, and for
asistir a
me it
un
was the
congreso
first
así,
time
de esas
I could
características
attend a summit
y fue
like this one.
maravilloso.
So it was wonderful. I really enjoyed seeing such plurality,
Gracias,
such
Edu.
diversity. Thank you, Edu.
Marc, Horacio tiene la mano
Mark,
levantada.
Horacio has raised his hand.
Hola, buenas.
Hello.
Pues yo en el congreso
Well, in the
aprendí
Congress, in the
que
conference,
para
I
lograr
learned that
los
to
objetivos,
be
conseguir
able
las
to
cosas,
achieve
pues
my
que debemos
goals,
trabajar
we
en
have
equipo,
to
todos juntos,
work as a
porque
team
una
all
persona
together,
en sí
because one person
puede hacer cosas,
individually
pero
might be
sin
able
equipo,
to
como
do
profesor.
things like, for
Debemos de
example, as a
trabajar todos juntos
self-advocate,
para que
but we
se nos
need to work
escuche
all
y
together
así
so that
poder
they can hear
conseguir
us
lo
and
que
so
nos
that we
proponemos.
can actually
Que
achieve
son
all our
nuestro,
goals
que respeten nuestros
and
derechos
that they
y
respect
conseguir muchas
our
cosas.
rights, for example, and other things.
¿Alguien más
Anybody
estuvo en el
else
congreso
want,
que
that
quiera
went attended the conference? Does
hablar?
anybody else want to say something?
Sheriff.
Yeah, Sherry, we have your slides and we thought about after people these questions, then you show up your slides and you share your experience. So
Okay,
just
thank
a
you.
sec. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Mark. That's what you have learned. Okay, but I have learned how similar we all are over the world. That's all. And then the video later. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, thank you, Sherry. Yeah,
Thank you, Mark.
anyone? What did you learn? Anyone before we go to second question? Yes. I can see a hand, yes. Nise?
Oui. C'est Antoinette Makuta qui vient du Rwanda. Dans Disability Inclusive Rwanda.
Soy Antoinette Makuta de Rwanda. I'm Antoinette Makuta from Rwanda, sorry. I am so proud that I was able to attend this conference. It was so wonderful to meet people like me and from the community. And also, I learned also about our rights. Our rights to education, and I also learned a lot with I learned a lot about inclusive education, and I learned that there are countries that say that people with disabilities are not capable of going to the education, but I know that in other countries it's not like this, and now I know that everything is possible. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Chantel?
Thank you.
Chantel? You are muted. Chantel, can you hear us? Okay. As we are waiting for Chantel, anyone else? Those who came for summit, everyone else? Okay. So we will move to second question.
Bonjour à tous. Moi, je
Yes,
m'appelle
Chantel?
Chantal du Bénin.
Hello, hello everyone. My name is Chantal.
Pendant la première
I am person. I was there with some other people with disabilities, and I learned many things. This is why I really, really thank you, because it was wonderful to share this experience. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I just forgot to say it, but when you are talking first, you need to introduce yourself and where you are coming from, so that others should know your name and where you are coming from. Then you give your idea. So on the question number 2, did you manage to connect with other self-advocates? What do you remember? So did you manage to connect with other self-advocates during the summit? Those you were in. Yes, Caroline.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Caroline Naluwemba from Uganda. I attended the summit. It's the global congress, and I was able to meet many of you in person. And I'm glad that I was able to attend that congress. And I made, okay, I was able to connect with many of you, including Mark, Sherry. There was Ruth from Zanzibar. Yeah, and other people. There were many of them that I was able to connect with. Thank you, everyone. And it was a good experience. It was a good experience to know everyone, to meet, to chat with everyone that I was able to connect with. Thank you.
Thank you. So yeah, Anna.
Perdón. Yo conecté con mucha gente.
I got in contact with many people also, and something that struck my attention was that we also met with someone from Japan who I only knew from our Congress in Plena Internacional that we did in Spain, because he did the opening speech, and he introduced himself and he said, I was the one who you all, I was a self-advocate that you saw through the screens there. So I was so glad to meet him. And also, I met someone, I can't remember his name. He was someone from Japan also. He had quite a lot of support needs, and he introduced himself through a letter that I kept. Because for this person, the language was difficult. He couldn't speak too well, so he wrote a letter and he gave it to us. And this was his presentation. And also, Mark, it's the second time we meet in person. Also, Luis Gabriel. So, yeah, we connected with many people. And there were also Natalia, isn't it? Right, there were many people that also wanted to know about our organization, and they asked, and also about these meetings of Plena Internacional. They wanted to join also these international meetings we have. Thank you. And my name is Ana, and I'm from Spain.
Okay. We go for Louis, then Sherry will come up with the slides. Yeah, Luis.
Buenos días a todos.
Good afternoon, good morning, everyone. How are you all today? My name is Luis G. Villarreal. I work in Plena Inclusión and as down in Colombia, and I'm so happy you all arrived safe at your safe back. And what I'm so glad is that we worked hard, and there were many difficulties, but we managed to work together. And even if there were language barriers and there were cultural differences, and we all want to reach the same goals. We have the same needs. So we learn from each other and from the projects that each other develops in their country. Also, what I was really glad to get to know new people, new self-advocates. I met people from Japan, from Rwanda, from other countries in Africa and in other regions. I took their contacts and their cards, and I took photos, and this gives us a lot of inspiration and ideas to also create projects here, and I would love to continue meeting them both virtually and in person. Thank you.
Edu,
Edu, go ahead.
hola,
Okay, well, my name is Eduardo Jimeno. I live in Zamora, which is a city in Spain. And for me, it was the first contact. I was in some online meetings before, and for me, it was wonderful to meet some faces for the first time. And also, it helped me to meet my colleagues better, because even if I know them, that experience was different. So it was a beautiful experience. I got to know more deeply my colleagues. Thank you.
Thank you, Chantel. Yes, Chantel.
Thank you. I am so happy about the conference because I met many people with also with disability and learning disabilities, and I met people from Rwanda. I met Mark. There were many people. So I thought it was a very beautiful experience.
Okay. Now, Eric, can you share the slides for Sherry so that she can share the experience? Over to you, Sherry.
Thank you, Mark. My experiences at the conference, the Sunday before the Congress, it was the Advocates Convention. It was great to meet the people whom I have had many meetings virtually.
There you see them all.
Yeah.
Some of them. Okay. You want to let on? Well, next slide.
Okay, next slide, please. The poster of Down Syndrome South Africa was shown the first day at the Advocates Convention and then in the main center during the Congress. I am proud to represent Down Syndrome South Africa. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Day one of the Congress. I attended many presentations. I met Andrew Boyce again. He invited me to become a DSI ambassador 25 years ago. I also met many people. I also met many persons with Down syndrome and many other disabilities. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Day 2 of the Congress. First session. Alicia from Down Syndrome Australia and I participated in a research presentation compiled by DSI and DS Australia. The theme, working towards more inclusion.
Next.
Okay, next slide, please.
Inclusive health.
Inclusive health, okay.
Next slide.
Next slide, please. Day 2 of the Congress, second session. Theme, connecting policy and practice for inclusive education. It was a group presentation. My title was, My Life is Proof That Inclusion Works. Next slide, please. Day 3 of the Congress, closing session, and a time to say goodbye to new friends.
There you see Anna.
Yeah, Anna and Louis, yeah.
Last slide.
Okay, next slide, please. They chose 5 speakers to participate in the closing ceremony by making videos of our answers. Nobody could help me with the English. They asked us, what did the conference mean to each of us? They ended with our videos. This was my video about what I have learned.
She can play the video. Oh, yeah, that's it. Okay, sound.
We can't hear the sound,
But it's okay.
but it's okay.
Sorry, Sherry. I'll just replay it with the sound.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, I'm Cerebral and I feel at home here and I feel valued here and they are my family and I know that the Lord wants us perfectly just the way we are and my dream is for the world where people will hold hands and be treated equally and no one will be judged by their disability.
And it was so great to meet Mark and also Louis at this conference. And I enjoyed it very much.
And all the others?
Yes, and all the others also. Thank you.
Anna.
Oh yes, and Anna also.
Okay, thank you very much for sharing that. Now, for our colleagues who haven't, who did not come to the event, what do you want to hear from the summit? Yeah, what do you want to hear from the summit? Those who haven't come to the summit, it's your time to tell us what you want to hear from the summit. And also maybe think of what would be useful for you in the report about the summit. Should we say everyone who is here managed to join the summit? Should we say that everyone came to the summit? If you haven't come to the summit,
Sí, sí que hay.
Yes, there is people who couldn't attend the summit.
Mónica, Carolina.
Monica, for example, Carolina too. She
por lo
couldn't
menos
come.
desde España. ¿Queréis
At
hacer
least these
alguna
two
pregunta?
people. Maybe you want to pose a question?
A mí me gustaría hacer una, no sé qué preguntar.
I don't know what to ask. Yes, I couldn't attend, but I don't know what to ask. And you, Monica? I'm in the same situation. I couldn't attend, but well, I think I am listening to you that it was really great, but I don't have any question. Many thank yous.
Hombre, yo quisiera decir una cosa.
Well, I want to say something. Go ahead.
Si no países tienen las mismas
I would like to know if what is the situation in the different countries. If the people has the same chances, the same possibilities in the different countries. Can you repeat your question? Yes, I would like to know the different people representing different countries, if they had the same possibilities, the same chances to, for example, to look for a job, or how are they treated in the place where they are.
Gracias, Carol.
Thank you so much, Carol.
Thank you, Cara. Yeah, we had different people, but some had same issues, problems when it comes to employment. That's why we had that topic, because this is something that happens almost every country. So yeah, we had some people had same issues on the employment. I guess I've answered your question. Anna, Natalia, or Elish, anything to add? Okay. If silence means that is okay. Now I'll pass through Princess.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to everybody. My name is Gwiza Inema Samuela from Disability Inclusion Rwanda, and I'm a self-advocate who didn't attend into this summit. I'm very happy, and I wanted to thank everybody who had been able to attend the meeting. And I'm very curious to know, like, about, as you said, as my other colleagues before said, like commonly in Rwanda, what most of the Africans who attended the summit, what is the role are they gonna play in order to make sure that, especially those people with intellectual disability, in order to be empowered or financially helped, so that they can reach from one status to another. And also, I wanted to ask, like, what role are they gonna play in, or what measures will they take, how they took in order to make sure that there will be inclusive education in Africa. Thank you.
Thank you very much. To answer your questions, that's why we have key messages that everyone took to their organizations, and the aim of the key messages was to help us when we are doing our advocates work. So yeah, I believe we have many challenges that we are passing through, and as self-advocates, we will be using these key messages to use them during advocates on education and employment, and make sure that we are making a voice in our community and working in organizations. Anyone who wants to add on that?
Yeah, I think that's exactly right, Mark. And I guess the strength of it is, like you said, the key messages is that they were self-advocates from all around the world came together to decide on them and to share them, and that's why they could be powerful when advocating, because they came from self-advocates from around the world who are all facing similar challenges and want to see the same things happen so that inclusion is real. But yeah, I think that's exactly right, Mark. Thanks.
Thanks. Then Lon, over to you, Lon. Vintorino. Yeah.
Sim. Olá, olá.
Yeah.
Escutando?
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Estamos escutando?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Bom dia, boa tarde, boa noite. Aqui no Brasil é boa
Can
tarde.
you hear me? Good afternoon, good
Estão me escutando bem?
morning,
Só para me
good
confirmar mais uma vez.
evening. Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me well?
Yes, we can.
Ok.
Okay,
Fiquei muito
perfect.
feliz de participar do congresso. Eu sou representante do Instituto
I was
Deficiente.
very happy
Aqui
because
do
I was able
Brasil
to attend the
e
summit.
estive no lugar da Stephanie. E para mim
I
foi muito
could
importante,
go
tanto como
replacing
representante
Stephanie, and it was
do
very
ambiente,
important. It was
tanto como
crucial
profissional e tanto
as
como
a
pessoa com
representative,
deficiência.
as a
Eu,
professional,
assim como todos
but
os outros que
also as a
participam, tenho
person
uma
with a
neuropatia,
disability,
pessoas com deficiência.
as
Eu
all the
luto
people
dentro e fora da
who are
instituição
present
por
here.
um mundo
I
mais
struggle
inclusivo,
every
mais
day
respeitoso
within
e menos
and outside
capacitista.
the institution.
E fiquei
I struggle for
maravilhado
a
com a
more
cúpula.
just
Foi,
wall,
eu acho que
and I
foi o
was
momento
so
mais
happy with the
importante
summit. It was
para mim
so
no
nice, so
congresso.
great. It was such
Ver
a
outras pessoas com deficiência
beautiful
fazendo
and
demandas
moving
tão
moment to
importantes,
meet you all,
falando sobre
to meet
a
so many
educação
people with very
inclusiva,
similar
falando sobre
demands,
a
talking
capacidade
about
jurídica
inclusive
e
education,
todos os autodefensores que
talking
estavam ali
about our
estavam
juridical
realmente
capabilities. All the people
ideais de
there
luta real, querendo defender
had such
as
a
demandas
common
de cada
view,
país. Depois que
all
eu participei
sharing a
dos
similar
workshops,
view and
tive a
wanting to
oportunidade de
share
falar da
the
educação
demands of other
inclusiva e
countries.
tive a oportunidade de falar
And
a
and
respeito da
yeah, we had it
capacidade
so clear
jurídica,
that we
aonde infelizmente
needed
a
to talk
sociedade
about inclusive
ainda não acredita
education and
na nossa
about our
capacidade jurídica,
juridical
esperando
capacity,
pela vida dos
because
nossos
our
pais
societies
ou
don't
por a
believe in
vida de
us,
algum
don't believe in
profissional.
our juridical capacity.
Infelizmente,
And we are
a
all the
gente tem
time patronized by
que
our
reabrir
parents or by other
a mente da
professionals.
sociedade.
We need
Mas
to open
o Congresso me
minds.
tocou
We need to
em várias
educate
partes.
people.
Uma
So, well, the
problemática
summit was so touching.
do
One of
Congresso que eu
the
consegui
issues
observar, e isso eu consegui
that I
também
could see in the
observar a última
summit,
vez que eu fui palestrar na ONU em Nova York,
the
falando também
the,
do
the
mesmo
last
aspecto.
time I could
Eu consegui
talk at the
observar
United
que
Nations
alguns
around all these
países
issues,
nesse
I
congresso
could see
em Casa,
that some
eu
countries,
percebi que alguns países, algumas instituições realmente estavam com vontade,
some institutions,
realmente
and some countries
de, de melhorar a vida
do
da pessoa com
want
deficiência
to
intelectual,
improve
de
the life
realmente
of
melhorar a
people with
vida da
disabilities,
pessoa
with
com deficiência,
intellectual and other
de
kinds of
realmente melhorar a vida
disabilities,
da
that they
pessoa com
really want
autismo.
to improve
Realmente
our
estávamos para
lives,
criar conexões e
that
para
they do
realmente
have
resolver
a
essa
commitment
problemática. Já
with
outros
our different
países eu
needs,
senti
and that they really want to resolve many issues. But other countries, they are not so committed. They are not so committed to a real change. And well, because I said this in some of the meetings I was participating in, that we are in such a very important summit. No, I said, for us, traveling to there was 15 hours of flight, and we were willing so strongly to look for connections. We were able to speak with so many people from such different countries, from Angola, from China, from different countries in Africa, and it was so moving. And we really want to improve. But yeah, other institutions from other countries were not so committed. Other people talking, and when they finished talking, I was looking for these institutions, and I really wanted to transmit the things working well in Brazil. What we are doing in Brazil to improve the people's lives, but some institutions were not listening well. But yeah, of course, you had a glimpse in your eyes, and it was so moving for me. No, with the last presentation, I forgot the name, this presentation, but her presentation was so nice. The way she was transmitting, was talking, you can feel the commitment with the struggle, the will to change, to improve people's lives. And so, excuse me, because, well, for speaking too much, but I'm so moved, really so moved. I was so touched. And I will really bring everything I learned in the summit, I will bring it with me, and I will continue to struggle for the improvement of our lives in all parts of the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, Mónica.
Sí, hola, buenas tardes. Yo quería saber si se habló en la cumbre de la... Si se habló en la cumbre del empleo con apoyo. Muchas gracias.
Sim, Mônica, foi falado.
Yes, we did speak about that.
Vale, gracias.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yes, Domi.
Marcos, tá me ouvindo?
Domi.
A mí en el Congreso me llevé muchas cosas.
I learned many different things from the conference. I met new people. For me, I was so proud to take part, to be one more. And also, I did a click. Suddenly, listening to everyone, I learned so many things. It was really changed many things. At a professional level, I felt I grew. I felt I had capacity to learn from my colleagues, from my friends, and also to be able to fight for my rights and fight for the rights of people with learning disabilities. And basically, it was a wonderful opportunity to learn also about jobs with support, and I I also spoke, and to tell you the truth, chapeau, well done. Well done. Thank you for the organization, for everything. Everything was so carefully planned, and everything was great, and there were results because we learned what everyone does today and what other people are doing for us and with us and for ourselves, basically. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Any question? Any comment?
First of all, can I speak in English, please?
Yes.
Second, first of all, thank you so much for many of those who attend the meeting, and thank you so much for attending the Global Self-Advocacy Summit. It was a great opportunity. It was a great, wonderful opportunity to meet all of you in person, and get the chance to meet all of your organizations, all the work you can do in your respective countries and your respective communities, and how we share doing the entire world, the entire whole world, and also and also that allows us to give us many ideas to share in several other places we can apply. And also, and second of all, and it was valuable to hear all your feedback for your feedback about the you live in a very feedback. And most of all, I like to express my deepest gratitude that we work so hard, and because we work so hard and planning, working on planning, we work so hard for in doing the plan. during- We work so hard planning and picking and choosing the topics and choosing the speakers, talk to the speakers, and allowing many people to participate. And we help we help in every single detail in this. So also, most of all, thank you so much also for attending as well for the World Congress.
Okay.
And if you have any, we're very open if you want to send us your feedback on the work on both the summit and the Congress as well. You're we're welcome to hear your opinions. Thank you. Gracias.
Yeah. Thank you, Louis. Okay. Alice, can you put back the slides? Okay. Thank you very much. I guess we don't have another comment, and now we want to finish our discussion. So, yeah, next slide. So our next meeting, it will be on October 30, and we'll talk about leadership skills. We want to know self-advocates are leaders on inclusion. Then we'll talk about learning to be a leader can take time. We want to understand how we can be good leaders and how we can support one another. We will learn about what leadership skills are. We will learn from self-advocate leaders about support and training they got to develop their skills. Then we'll talk about how our organization can help us to develop our leadership skills. Yes, Lon. Lom, is that a hand you want to speak?
Marco. ¿Me escuta?
Sí, te oímos.
Yes, we hear you. Go ahead.
Acredito que nessa próxima reunião do dia 30,
I think that maybe in this next meeting on leadership skills,
mas eu aviso qualquer coisa com antecipação.
I'm not going to be able to attend.
Congresso
So I say it in advance. I will be in a summit in Rio.
Mas só para fechar, o Luiz estava falando
But
a respeito de ter a oportunidade de conhecer as pessoas todas de perto. Eu fiquei muito feliz.
I simply wanted to say
Alice,
that
também,
I'm
mais uma vez,
very grateful of being able to get to know you, Alice, Domenica. I was so happy to meet you all.
Da Domênica, fiquei muito feliz com a organização também ali
And
da
I
cúpula e do
was
congresso.
very
Só
happy
para fechar.
with all the organization, not only the speeches, the presentations, but also the organizing of the Congress. So thank you so much. I feel really grateful.
Pessoal, desculpa.
Another thing, excuse me, another
Se
thing
vocês
I want to
puderem
say.
copiar o meu e-mail, eu vou colocar aqui no chat o meu e-mail.
If you could copy my email, I'm gonna paste it in the chat, because in my personal email, I'm not receiving all the information regarding these meetings. So I am gonna put on the chat my personal email so that you can send me the link for future meetings. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you very much for sharing that in advance. Yeah, appreciate it. Okay, next slide. Right, thank you very much. And yeah, as always, Louis says, let's have a picture, then we close the session. Picture, who's taking the picture? Louis, are you taking the picture?
¿Quién? La tomo yo si quieren. Quien quiera ponerse la cámara.
I can take the
Va a salir en
picture.
la fotografía, ¿vale? Y
Yeah.
quien no hay problema, puede dejar la cámara
Well,
apagada.
who activates the camera will be in the picture, and if you don't want to be in the picture, then just shut off your camera.
Hola, que estás bien peinada, no te preocupes.
Hey, you look really well. Don't worry. Okay, thank you. You look
Thank you
very well.
much. Yeah. Thank you.
Hasta luego.
Muchas gracias y feliz
See
día.
you. Many
Hasta luego.
thank